My take on Seattle is just looking at this is because the Oriental class, what they call the Oriental class of Philippines, that rarely come to the United States, are oppressed in Seattle by like people from Eastern Europe, like Russia and stuff like that, and give us like the same low, kind of like low self-esteem mentality. Depression mentality that Sacramento gives to Chinese people and stuff like that is what the consensus is. When I rode the train out there out in Seattle, where Eastern European and stuff like that, or Russia and stuff like that, you know, take a front seat to like Oriental Filipinos and stuff like that, or you know, kind of Orient Filipinos, whatever you call them, what I call us, you know what I mean? And so, where we rarely come down here, but if we go to Alaska or Seattle, you know, and even then, you know, you just get some type of oppression or something like that to that effect, where maybe Japanese people don't get, but, you know, Filipino like myself, or Chinese Filipino like myself, I'd be like, you know, and that's always been there since the 90s, because, you know, that's how long some of my family relatives live there. Members that live there, so, you know, I mean, and the Chinatown, it's not so much the Chinatown, because the Chinatown has its own train stop as well, you know, and they're all cleaned up and everything like that, and have a big town in there, or if it's Koreatown, I don't know, but it's Chinatown, it's the square, it's the China Asian square, and so, but, you know, you look at, I rode a train, the A train, or whatever it is, that train, they get back past Safeco, and, you know, you go sit up there, and you like, you say, oh man, why does it got to be like that, you know what I mean, why does it got to be like, in San Francisco, or in Hawaii, it's like a certain way, in San Francisco, it's a certain way, even though San Francisco is one of the nutty ones, but Sunset's the same way or something like that, but and it's like, you know, I mean, why is that I gotta be like that? Whereas like, oh, in Seattle, I mean, past certain, you know, I mean, perhaps, you know, certain makes a lot, right? Boston, Broadway, where it's like, it's rare, and reverse xenophobe right here. It's like, oh, I can't believe it, and they catch you like that, and that's how they get you, like. It's like, you know, they sit up there, and it's almost like an idea, like.
They launched MyCandy, the world's first mobile app store for masturbators and aficionados of graphic erotica. But they are looking ahead.
Anyway, reverse xenophobe.
Personalized, interactive, virtual reality porn. And I can tell you, my friends, it's chillingly realistic.
This is dumb. I'm trying to talk about something else than trying to porn here. Anyways, but if you do an applicatory on what these people are talking about, they're talking about discrimination against Chinese Filipino and something like that. And not so much a thing. And it's like, oh, you know what, there's not a lot of African American, right? You can't say that because, like, you know, there's not, I've seen a couple, I didn't see that many, and stuff like that, but, you know, I mean, it's like, I was talking about Tequila and Eskimos and stuff like that, you know, there's xenophobe, whereas a Japanese American and stuff like that has a little more privilege and stuff because he's been there since for some like generations and stuff like that. And he got a nice store. And I don't think Seattle has anything wrong with porn. They have VR porn there. VR porn, like VR, you know, technology. Stuff like that.
That's another behind me because I don't want to get spit roasted.
So, whereas xenophobe, you know, and so it's just the applicatory of the show is like, where they're sitting there, and they're just kind of like, what do you call it, anyways, I should be watching filming this right now, so, I probably censor that part.
If Old Spice Slickness helps keep me feeling dry.